What's your favorite poverty meal that you still eat regardless of where you are financially? Grew up poor, but my mom sure knew how to stretch a dollar. She would make steak fingers out of the cheapest cuts she could find. Tenderize, fry them up, make gravy out of the drippings, and serve with mashed potatoes. The whole meal probably cost less than $5 in 70s dollars, and I'm telling you nothing tasted better. I made it for my kids when they were growing up, and they still ask me for it sometimes. She would be 94 today. Love you, miss you, mom. Bowl of cereal. I'm Mexican. For us, it's usually quesadillas without meat, rice and black beans as the sides. Shit on a shingle? Sausage gravy served over toast. Boiled potatoes and butter, don't care if I'm rich or poor, that is my go-to snack. Ghetto mac, it's where make some pasta and add in whatever you can find in the fridge or cabinets. Cheese, lunch meat, spam, spices, etc. No two meals were ever the same. Dal. Aside from turmeric, you can buy all the ingredients for less than $2 a pound. We used to eat squash and eggs growing up. Grew the squash and eggs are cheap enough, or trade with the neighbors. You just cut the squash into thin round and cook in a pan with a little oil until they are just soft. Scramble the eggs with the squash, add a bunch of pepper, some salt. Sometimes we ate it over noodles or rice. Egg drop soup. 1 quart chicken stock. 1 TBSP soy sauce. 1 TBSP cornstarch. 1 inch grated ginger. Whisk in 2 eggs. Green onion sprinkled. Oven baked potatoes with salt and margarine. Cheap ingredients found in almost every home and easy to make. Also, the starch in potatoes makes you feel full for pretty long. Soup boiled down with rice to bulk it up. Peanut butter sandwich. I had a PB&J recently and felt like a fucking fool. Why did I stop eating these when I became an adult? Society led me to believe this was the way. It is not. Been having PB&J a couple nights a week since. I refuse to let society's unenlightened views dictate my dinner choices. PB&J is a top tier dish for any occasion. Steamed white rice, crack a raw egg in it while it's scorching hot. Stir aggressively and dash with soy sauce if I have some roasted sea windatches. Super cheap breakfast, but oh man is it filling delicious. Edit. Thanks for all the recommendations, everyone. Sesame oil, pickled plum, furicake rice seasoning, spam, and cabbage are all on my list of ingredients to mix and match. To answer this, as it's getting asked quite a bit, I'm not Asian, I'm white. I do very much enjoy cooking, especially Southeast Asian dishes. If you have recipes you'd like to share for a frugal home cook who enjoys Asian cooking, please do so. Stew. There could be anything in there, but it's still delicious. Beans and rice. Saltine crackers with cheese melted on top. Grilled cheese sandwich. Edit. Added egg to the grill. Hot dogs and baked beans. Smashed potatoes with cheese was once my favorite poverty meal and now some kind of soul food, lol. Butter noodles. Ramen. Toast. If you have butter or something to slap on top, even better, but a few pieces of toast usually satisfies my hunger for a decent amount of time. Deleted. Mexi Mac. Cook a pound of ground beef with a packet of taco seasoning. Make a box of Kraft mac and cheese. Mix together. Also, that's your salt quota for the week. Fried eggs with fried potatoes. Big pile of scrambled eggs. I still regularly eat my struggle nachos, tortilla chips with slices of American cheese on top and microwaved. Now that I can afford it, I'll throw taco meat on top every now and again, but still very much enjoy just the chips and cheese. Cream of mushroom soup and rice. Came from my broker recipe planner. Edit. You guys are amazing. Didn't expect the huge response, and now I literally have a plethora of great cheap meals. Pancakes. Cheap to make and filling, can be eaten with whatever is in your fridge. Cinnamon sugar toast. Toast with a fried egg for breakfast. Been eating that for probably 6 years now and still look forward to it every morning. Quesadillas with hot sauce, if there is any. Edit. I think a lot of people have different ideas of what a quesadilla is. My version is strictly a single tortilla with whatever cheese I have lying around, usually dollar packs of singles. That means no meat, beans, lettuce, tomato, etc. And I definitely don't use a foreman to make mine. Thing called gup. It's something my father came up with when he was super poor after leaving the army in the 80s when the economy was fucked, and it's now like a staple in our family. It's like a stroganoff or something, I guess. The recipe is 1 can of cheap cream of mushroom soup, one of those 80-cent things of sour cream, the empty soup can full of milk, a dash of $1 steak sauce, seasoning and cheap ground beef over noodles. Costs just a couple bucks to make and feeds an entire family of 4. Editing to add the full recipe. I use Goya seasonal, and I generally put it over farfalle noodles, but fettuccine works really well though. So the general recipe I follow is as follows: brown ground meat with salt and pepper with a dash of Worcestershire sauce. Once that's browned, add in a can of cream of mushroom and a huge dollop of sour cream. Fill the pan with milk and add that too. Then some more Worcestershire sauce, some A1, and like a tablespoon of your favorite mustard. Season to taste with Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder and whatever else you think sounds good. Serve over noodles. I also suggest putting some Parmesan cheese over it when you eat it cause it's good. Baked beans on toast with grated cheese. 1. Lentil stew. 2. Boiled potatoes with salt and a couple of slices of herring. 3. Cabbage soup and crackers. 4. Tea and toast. 5. Steamed rice with fura cake. Plain rice, a fried egg and soy sauce. Grilled cheese sandwich. Grilled cheese can be cheap or gourmet. If you're making a grilled cheese at home, it isn't going to cost much. My mom's chili makes like 10 meals from $11. It gives you crazy diarrhea if you aren't super regular digestively, but goddamn it, I love it so much. A gas station slushy mixed with gas station wine. Poor man's daiquiri. Edit. OMG. Thank you for the award. Deleted. Can of sweet corn. Can of rotel chilies and tomatoes mixed together. Pizza in Italy was originally only eaten by poor people who couldn't afford proper meals, and so they used the basics of flour, tomatoes and other cheap items to come up with pizza. However, instead of the meat and other things on modern pizza, the basic vegetables make the pizza just as tasty, and I always enjoy eating it. Cinnamon toast. Just bread, butter, cinnamon and sugar mixed together. Also, I love ramen. Edit. Thank you for my first award. Stranger really was not expecting this comment to blow up. Apparently you'll love your cinnamon toast and ramen. I mean instant noodles for all your nitpickers in the thread, lol. Second edit. I've always referred to margarine as butter. So when I say butter, I mean margarine. You're really on nitpicking the mayo. Deleted. Piece of bread with butter, cinnamon, and sugar broiled in oven until just toasted. Still my favorite late night snack. Sleep. Oatmeal with banana and peanut butter. Breakfast food. Eggs and potatoes for life. There's a South Indian dish called kanji, which is pretty much just rice put in water and cooked for a really long time. Sort of like rice porridge. Then you put different food items and curries inside for flavor. I still make it all the time, especially when I'm sick. Rice, beans, homemade cornbread. Add a little salsa to the rice, and a bit of finely chopped onion to the beans, and that's luxury and delicious. Real butter on the cornbread, of course, and a plus for putting on some homemade apple butter. So many. I love poverty meals. Spaghetti with thick sauce, beans and rice, shepherd's pie, stew, beef stew or biggest Polish hunting stew I 100% recommend. Chicken noodle soup. Fried egg with rice and beans. I was a missionary in Brazil for a few years, and when I would eat at people's homes they would apologize for that being the only thing they could afford. I could not convince them that it was one of my favorite meals. Ramen noodles. Literally just a plain slice of white bread right out of the bag. Indomie, that tastes like heaven. Frozen Costco pizza. You can get 5 pizzas for $10. A whole pizza is enough to feed a person for a day. Lentils. Great cheap protein and can be used so many ways. lentils with curry, and whatever cheap veggies around, usually spinach or cauliflower. Also a baked plantain for a super cheap and filling snack.